joining me once again. I'm really sorry I've not posted a video for a little while, but I've been a bit busy in the workshop making stuff for some fairs that I attended at the weekend. So next week, which will be somewhere about the 12th or 13th, I think, I'll see if I can get another wood turning video out for you. If I do anything particularly interesting, which I'm planning on, I've got a couple of weeks where I've got time to make some stuff and spend a little bit of time making stuff look really nice and trying out some new things, which will be great, because I know you guys really enjoy the experimental stuff that I do and what have you. But this video is to show you a little bit more about what else I do arty-wise. I do some pyrography, which you've seen on the olive ash platter, but I've also got another piece, commissioned piece. It's only small, very simple, but I'll show you that in a minute when we go up to the office. Well, I say the office, it's a desk in my room, but anyway. But I also write, and this is my debut novel, The Veil, and I've just started writing the sequel to it. Quite a lot of people that have read the book have asked if I'm going to do a sequel, and 2 years down the line, or a year and a half down the line, I've kept saying no, 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 but then the other day the idea for a sequel came to me, so I've started writing the sequel to The Veil. So let's head on back up to the office, and I'll carry on from there. And welcome to Mission Control, as I call it. Yeah, this is where I obviously do all my video editing and stuff on a fairly ancient 4 gig PC, and at the moment I've got up on here the sequel to The Veil. But also while I'm here, rather than doing all of my work and stuff in the workshop, I do a lot of my wood burning pyrography stuff up here, where I can listen to some music and chat with my girlfriend and stuff. And this is a little cheese board that I've recently completed, that I need to go and deliver to the customer this afternoon. It's just a very simple Celtic knot with a couple's initials on of EEC. And they're looking forward to receiving this, and I'm looking forward to giving it to them too. The Veil, I'll tell you a little bit about The Veil. The Veil is a 98,000 word paranormal romance, for want of a better phrase. It examines jealousy and anger from beyond the grave, and kind of has a little bit of an explore around what somebody may be able to do if they can actually come back from their afterlife and see what happens. Like that, very spooky, very scary. And I published this in 2013, after spending probably 5 months writing it, a couple of thousand words a day. Something like that, and now I've got the sequel underway. I've been doing it 2.5 days, and I'm 9,000 words down already, so that's pretty good going. The story's developing nice and quickly, which is awesome. Just going back to wood turning, YouTube is a fabulous source of inspiration, as I'm sure you all know, and I, like most of you I should think, watch copious amounts of YouTube videos of wood turning and everything else like that, and recently I've found myself being almost overwhelmed with inspiration from other turners, people like Mike Walt, Chris Fisher, Carl Jacobson, Alan Stratton, Tom Stratton, and loads of others. There's just so much information out there and so many fabulous turnings and great videos. I personally have found myself to be very overwhelmed with the inspiration that these guys, or that you guys, throw out onto YouTube for the world to see and share your knowledge. So I've got 2 weeks before my first 3-day event, and I've got a fair amount of stuff that I need to make in order to cope with enough stock for that. Now, although I'm not a production turner, I much prefer to spend a bit more time on each particular piece and make it, make each piece absolutely individual. That process of making something a completely individual piece takes a bit more time than a production turner that turns out bowl after bowl that are all identical or virtually identical. So the creative process takes a little bit more time, perhaps a little bit more thought. I don't know, because I'm not a production turner. I don't know. So I need to sit down and have a think about what I want to turn over the next couple of weeks for this fair. And obviously there's going to be some bowls, but I think I'm going to need to do some boxes as well. And I've got loads of wood outside that I need to actually sift through and find the best pieces for the individual bits that I want to turn. So that's going to keep me busy for maybe a day or two trying to sort that out. And then I need to turn it all. And try and really focus my attention on the individual piece and not try and put too many techniques that I've seen on YouTube into one piece, because too many cooks spoil the broth, and you can very easily spoil a piece by putting too much decoration onto a piece through the excitement of, oh yeah, this is a new technique, let's do that, let's try this. So I've got to be very, very careful with that. And conversely, if you don't put enough on, the piece can look bland and boring and fairly uninspired. So it's a very fine balance between making something for the sake of making it and making something for a piece of art that you want to sell for a decent price. And all this is kind of coming away from me hoping to become eventually some kind of professional artistic wood turner, somewhere along the lines of perhaps the likes of Nick Agar, that kind of thing. But I think that's going to be maybe another year off. I don't know. We'll have to see. So the weekend of the 24th, 25th and 26th of July, if anybody's around the Netley Marsh Steam Rally, do come by the craft tent and say hello. It'll be good to see you. But for now, thank you very much indeed for watching. I'm going to do my best to get another wood turning video out next week, which will be somewhere around the 14th, 15th, 16th of July. I'm hoping to produce something. I was planning on doing a pen turning or a pen carousel thing, which I will do, but I haven't got a piece of wood big enough for it, because I want to turn it out of a single piece rather than 3 or 4 individual pieces. But who knows? I may change my mind completely. I don't know. That's all part of the confusion with being over-inspired and having copious amounts of ideas in my head of what to do next. So thank you very much indeed for watching. I'm sorry this video hasn't been specifically about wood turning, but I thought I would show you other things that I do aside from turning, like the pyrography and the writing. Well, that's it for now. I need to get back to the book Crossover, and I will see you all again hopefully next week. Bye for now.